Hi guys, it's Sam here from Growth and welcome to this episode. Here on this channel we promise to bring you the best quality content when it comes to growing your home improvements, trade or construction business. So whether you're listening to this on iTunes or Spotify or you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, and if you are watching this, go ahead and hit that like button as well, as it helps us grow this channel. Enjoy the episode and we look forward to seeing you in more coming episodes as we release more content every single week. How's it going? It's Sam here from Growth. Welcome to this video. For those of you who are new here, my name's Sam, I'm one of the co-founders of Growth. We are a home improvements marketing and advertising company, and we help home improvements companies reach six-figure months through social media, paid social media, email marketing, automations, everything. So in this video, for those of you who haven't already read the title, I'm going to be going through some really simple ways to reevaluate your business, plan for the year of 2022 or whatever year you're watching this, or plan for the next 12 months ahead. We're going to do that by looking at some past data. I've created a sample client, I guess a pretend client based on experience I've had in the industry. We're going to go through how to be laser focused on your goals and how to realign your business to ensure you hit them and figure out all the numbers that's going to be required in order for you to do that. So we're going to get started by sharing my screen here, as you can see. And what I've done is I've pulled out some stats that I've made up. And this is in no way, I suppose, a perfect structure. I've just simply pulled numbers which I think are important based on our experience in this industry. And we're going to go through how to, I've got a 2022 simplified version of this plan and then a 2021 plan. So you can recreate a sheet like this for your own business, help you understand some of your key metrics better, and help you plan better and stay super focused. So maximizing your profit, excuse me, minimizing your cost, saving yourself time, but making more money. So in this instance, I've got three kind of, I suppose, key metrics here that I've pulled. So in any business, a lot of people can get confused thinking they need to do the next big thing, thinking they need to, do more advertising, be on different channels. They need to, post more on social media, or they have all these preconceived opinions of what they need to do. But as we know, when you get distracted, it can be very hard to maintain everything and hit your goals. So we're going to do a simplified version. This is something that we've done for our own business this year. So I thought, why not create something similar for a construction or trade business that can use this to help them make more sales, help them hire better, and hit the goals this year. So let's go through it. So you can see here I've got three key metrics. I've got leads. These are the only things that really matter is your leads and sales, or traffic, or whatever you want to call it, products you're selling, and the team required to complete those projects. Okay, so you can see here our lead sources for this sample client is Facebook ads, Google ads, Bark, or any other lead provider online. Direct, so people coming direct to your company, SEO, and then word of mouth. And we're going to go through some of this stuff here. There's also social media, which I realize I haven't added on here, which I'm going to add now as well, because I haven't had that at the top. So that's just organic social media posting and stuff like that. Okay. Products they're selling are various products, but they've got three main products. I suppose you might call them a typical home improvements company. They do windows and doors, conservatory roofs, garden rooms, as well as other products which I haven't included. And the team they have is owner, director, sales reps, or several of them, fitters or fitting team, and then contractors obviously underneath them as well. And then their key 2021 revenue numbers are 600k in revenue, which is a 500k net after you take the VAT, which here in the UK we have. So the tax off of that, the value-added tax, and the profit for the year was £75,000, which is about 15% net of the 15% of the net revenue. They spent £35,000 on marketing, which works out around just shy of £3,000 a month, and that generated them over 600 inquiries, of which 300 appointments, and percentage of from a lead to sale was 10%. The team required was the director or owner who took, let's say yourself, business owner, who took £5,000 per month. Sales reps, which we worked out to be 10% of the net revenue, is around £4,167 a month, which is about 10% of the net per month revenue. And then we've got the fitting team, which we've just rounded to around 6,000 a month. Again, these numbers might be different for yourself. What you can do is you can recreate something similar to this, and you can kind of calculate those figures. But that works out around £182,000 actually per year. So all these costs calculated up is about £180,000, which obviously comes out of the margin. And you've obviously got supply in there and everything like that, which isn't included in this, and other miscellaneous costs as well. In order to get this revenue, they had 65 orders, which were split across these three products. They had an AOV, an average order value of £9,231, and their net average order value after tax was £7,600. So on the surface, not bad, okay? And it would be very easy as a business owner to think, okay, well, last year worked well. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing at a larger scale. I'm going to add more lead sources in. I'm going to grow the team. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But that's not always the case, and that's not what everyone wants to do, and it's not what we recommend doing here at Growth. It's not how we do things, okay? We always want to look in a little bit more detail and kind of figure out, okay, is there an 80-20 that we can do here that would help these guys make more money without spending more money and without investing more time, and simplify the business back down, okay? We've got 3 products here as well as potentially other variations of those products. Do we need 3 products? Is that going to help us grow quicker? So we're going to look into that. So first of all, what I've done is I've broken the year down by product. And it should be pretty easy for you to do. If you've got an order book, you can just calculate the amount of orders you had, where those products came from. You can even go into more detail about the average order value for each product. So we've done that. So we've got windows, conservatory rooms, and the garden rooms. And what I've done is I've got the average order value, the number of orders, the revenue, total revenue from each product, and the margin from each product. So the margin, just for anyone interested, is basically just how much is left after you've paid for supply and after you've paid for fitting of the product. Okay, so essentially, charge for the product, you pay the fitting team, you order the materials. This is what's left at the end. Okay, so as a percentage. Now we know different products have different margins, so what we can do is we can kind of figure out, is this direction the best way for the company? How can we make more profit, make more money, without having to invest more into advertising and stuff like that? So we've also got the leads here. So I've broken these down pretty averagely. What I've assumed is that the marketing budget was split evenly through these 3 products. So they bought the same amount of leads. That might change, obviously, for different companies, might have more different focus in products, but I've assumed that the spend is equal for each product category, right? So these are the leads we've got for each product. So we've got 300 leads for windows and doors, 200 leads for conservatory rooms, and 100 leads for garden rooms. So then we calculate the conversion rate, and it's simple to do that once you figure out how many orders you did. Very simple calculation. Orders divided by total leads gives you a conversion rate, okay? So 8% conversion rate, so from 300 leads, they closed 25 orders, which is 8%, 8.33% to be specific. So based upon a based on a £15,000 marketing budget, because we've got the total budget of the 35 grand for the year, all you've got to do is take that budget, divide it by the amount of orders you've done, and you've got what's called a CPA, which is a cost per acquisition or cost of sale, whatever you want to call it. So it costs £600 to get a window deal. It costs £429 to get a conservatory roofing deal. And then it costs £1,500 to get a garden rooms deal. Now, we know different products have different revenue amounts, so obviously this is going to vary. And we've also got a percentage here, which is a cost of acquisition percentage. So if it costs you £1,000 to get a £10,000 project, that's 10%. If it costs you £500 to get a £10,000 project, that's 5%. A lot of home improvements companies work off this number. It's pretty standard. We work off this number. Your goal with any home improvements trade is to get that number as low as possible, but whilst also at the scale you need. So, for example, if you could settle for 10% of that, so you're happy to spend 10 grand a month, make 100 grand, but you can keep growing that and doing it consistently. That's obviously better than spending 5 grand to make 100 grand some months, but it's invariable. You can't scale it. It doesn't work out for you long term, that kind of thing. So that's kind of how we measure these things. But you can clearly see it's costing a lot more to get windows in this instance for a product that has a lower margin overall. So something there, right? We're going to kind of look into this in a bit more detail. So I've broken it down again by source. So now I've taken the total amount of orders and we've broken it down by the source of advertising. Again, this might take you some hours to put together, but once you've put this together for your business, you're in a much better position. You can really figure out what you want to do, and you only do this once, and then you'll plan for the year, and then your jobs are good, okay? And you can set your plan, you can stick to it for the rest of the year. That's it. So you can see here, Facebook ads brought in, we've divided the spend across these channels. So we've got about £1,000 a month on Facebook ads, £8,000 for the year on Google, which is £750 a month or something like that. £9,000 on Bark across the year. Direct is obviously free because someone's coming direct to your channel, direct to your Facebook or direct to your website. It should be pretty easy for you to figure this out. I know it's not always as simple for a lot of businesses to kind of calculate this information, so break this down in as granular detail as you have the ability to do. Direct is obviously free, so it doesn't really, you don't need to know how many leads necessarily are coming direct to you. But one thing you can ask is just simply, how did you hear about us, or something like that. Often direct sales just mean referrals, basically, or word of mouth sales. So what we've done is we've added social media and referral. Social media just being potentially you're paying for some video work, or paying for someone in the office for a portion of their time to post on social media. And then the referrals is just some form of referral, £100 per referred job, or 200, in this instance it looks about £240 per referred job, or something like that. And you can see here the cost of sale is 240 because we spent £2.5 for the year, about something, what's that, £200 a month, something like that. My math isn't great. And we've got 10 jobs for the year across that. We've got 10 for social media, 5 come direct, 5 come through Bark and Google Ads. So what we've done is we've just taken the budget, divided by the orders, and then we've got what's called a cost of sale. So you can even use, this is all the information you really need to make key decisions. Okay, it's quite clear here that Facebook ads, social media, and referrals are working really well for you. So you want to double down on those things. And these things here, Bark, Google, that are costing you more, you might want to think about reducing that budget, or pushing some of that budget into these channels that's working for you. If referrals is working for you, up the referral amount, push the referrals harder. Because there's lots of things you can do to get more of the same. And oftentimes companies divert their budget across channels when actually there's some channels that are working a heck of a lot better than others. Okay, so that's what we're doing here, and we're just going to go through that in a bit more detail. So we're going to break it down a little bit. Sorry, actually I've made some notes here. So break down even further by source, which is what we've done. Calculate each section of ad spend on a cost of sale basis. So that's how much it cost you to get a job. Break down by lead and conversion. Are you sitting on a gold mine? So that's what we're going to figure out here. Is that source scalable and repeatable? That's the key of what we're going to figure out in this instance. So we're breaking it down further. We're going to go into Facebook ads, okay? And we're going to break the Facebook ads portion down by product, okay? It sounds very complicated what we're doing here. There's a simple way. Just keep it super basic. If you want to kind of just stop here and you haven't got all this data, then that's absolutely fine. But you can go in more granular detail, and you can actually break down further into the product, and you can split it. And basically what you're looking for is to be at, rather than doing everything badly or averagely, you want to do a few things really well, and you want to like double down on those things that are working for you, okay? So you can see here we've got windows and doors, conservatories, and garden rooms. So we've got the amount of orders that come through Facebook from these products. So you can see conservatory roofs is clearly the best. We had 15 orders from 45 leads. So the conversion rate was 33%, which is obviously really high. It's not always going to be that high. So we know that garden rooms is costing £1,300 per job, and windows and doors is costing £1,000 per job. But we know garden rooms margins are higher, the revenue is higher. Obviously, there's lots to be more money to be made there. But if you look at Facebook, it's costing us £267 to get a job through Facebook. So let's take that as an example. If we were to put all of our Facebook ad budget into conservatory roofs only, based on the same numbers, for every £267, you're making £9,000. So you, for 45 grand, which is your total ad spend for the year or marketing budget, that would equal to 1.5 million in sales. Okay, just to let that sink in. So it's the power of looking at a little bit of data, figuring some things out, and letting it guide you for your year of 2022. Okay, so just key numbers we figured out here. We figured out that Facebook and conservatory roofs is highly effective. Facebook ads combined with social media and referrals brings in a heck of a lot more revenue for a lower cost than Google and Bark does. And also, windows and doors isn't a great product in terms of margin cost. It's competitive, clearly. Everything like that, it's just not working out that well. So what have we done? Let's look at 2022 plan. So this is a really simple plan that you can make. This is all that really matters as a business. That's going to really help you. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to figure out what the main products are. So we've gone with conservatories and garden rooms, and we've gone for a 70-30% split, which is roughly the same split that we had the previous year, but we've just simplified it down. So that would be 700 grand from conservatories and 300 grand from garden rooms, okay? So 78 orders and 17 orders, so a total of 95 orders, and a margin of profit of £320,000, which is not bad. Team required, I've gone and doubled your director salary, which is great. Obviously that'll be, you've got a margin in your own profit, your own income. If you want to make more money, plan that in for your year. If you want to make 120 grand versus 60, plan that in for the year. Sales reps is going to be 10%, so it's gone up to 7K, which is okay because we're making more money. And the fitting team is going to cost you around double, right? If you're doubling your revenue, you're probably going to double your fitting team cost. But those are the only cost changes. Everything else remains the same. So let's have a look. Sources we're going to rely on. We're going to rely on Facebook ads, referrals, and social media. We're just going to forget about everything else, or at least reduce that budget down. Put all of our focus into these 3 channels because they're working the best. If you spent, so we're working backwards. So we're working from the revenue, and then we're figuring out what the ad spend is to achieve that goal. Okay. So from Facebook ads, 25 grand spend for the year would get 47 orders for the year. 5 grand referral fees would get us 24 orders for the year. And if we push hard on social media, in theory, we could get 24 orders this year. So 39k spend to make £1 million, okay, which is a lot better than a 35k spend for the previous year to get 500k. So you can see how these numbers kind of make sense, right? What we haven't done is figured out exact amount of leads we're going to get, which might be useful for you to figure out. Simple way of us figuring that out would just have been to go off the conversion rates from the previous year with the revenue and how much it's cost to get a lead again. So if we spent, for example, 12k on ads and we got, do we have the Facebook? I haven't broken down by leads by source, but you can figure that out. How many leads did you get from Facebook the previous year? What was your conversion rate on those leads across these 2 products? Now, because obviously they're the only 2 products. And then you can figure out what how many leads you're going to need from each platform. So if we were to go off the previous year's conversion rate on leads, which would be was 600 leads to get, was 10% basically. We can break that down. So if we need 95 orders, 10% conversion rate, it should go up because, again, we've picked products and sources that convert at a higher percentage, but that would look at the 200 inquiries. Sorry, 950 inquiries for the year. 950 inquiries broken down by month is something like 80 inquiries a month. So you can then figure out how many leads exactly you need to be getting. So every month you've got a goal, right? This is the amount of leads I need. And you can break it down and keep it super, super simple. But again, guys, this is just a really simple way of simplifying your numbers and kind of planning for the year ahead. Keeping things super basic, having a few key metrics that you want to stick to. So I want X amount of leads from Facebook per month, X amount of appointments per month, X amount of sales per month. And just, having a very simple one pager which helps you plan out the year ahead. You can go into more detail and plan this out in depth and kind of break it down per month. And you can also do a thing where you progressively increase the revenue as you go throughout the year. So rather than having a 83k per month goal, you might start it at 50k and then work it up to 100k towards the end of the year or something like that, so that you're averaging your revenue and you're increasing it as we go. But hopefully you found this useful. If you're a home improvements business looking for us to help you hands-on with this, deliver you all the leads you need to help you hit these margins, hit these targets, feel free to get in contact below on our website or book in a call with us. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe if you want to get one video per week on growing your home improvements or trade business. We've got over 3,000 people on a newsletter as well, so you can join that down below. And we work with a maximum of 40 companies per month in our agency. So if you want to be one of them, click the link below, get in contact, and we'll speak to you very soon. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.